This year for Science Fair, I created a part for my bike that increases safety and usability. The part would go where a water bottle mount would usually go on a bike such as this one. While this is not logical on a bike like this, it does make sense on other bikes. Let me explain. This bike is meant for jumping and only jumping. This means that crashes are more common, which also means that broken parts are also more common. One of the most common ways that I would break parts was the bar is spinning too far and the cable would be ripped out of the shifter and would need replacing. This part fixes that problem. At the moment, my bars can spin 7 times in each direction. Before I made this part, I could only make 2 revolutions in each direction because of the shifter cable. Every iteration of this design was made in Fusion 360, a CAD software. Before any iteration of this part was created, I made sure that the diameter of the handlebars is 22.5 millimeters and the distance from each hole in the bottle cage mount is 64 millimeters apart. Once I confirmed those measurements, I started work on the first iteration, and this is how it turned out. After minimal testing, it did break where I expected it to, and the second iteration does address that. This is the second iteration, but the change is not noticeable enough, and it still broke almost immediately. Iterations 3 through 6 were complete disasters. I was designing off the faulty shifter. Iterations 7, 8, and 9 were by far the best designs yet. They had very strong fillets, and they look cool. Iteration 9 is the iteration that is CNC machined out of 6061 aluminum. This is the part that is currently mounted to the bike. Does it work as intended? Absolutely. Will people buy it as a product? Probably not. Only a small percentage of people would be able to use it in the first place. Most people with this type of bike wouldn't want this part, but since I have to ride mostly everywhere I go, I want the gears. My main inspiration for this product was a beach cruiser with a similar shifting mechanism on the top tube, but since it was there, it's still very prone to getting damaged. I do not plan on refining this project as it is very refined already and it is made out of aluminum.